Okie dokie. Hey there, Ted here from Big Goofy Runner. Changes are coming for YouTube on how I'm going to do YouTube and how I'm going to be using social media in general in the next little while. So I'm going to give some history to the start to see, kind of explain where this is going and how I've ended up on the path that I'm on right now. So to give the history, going back, 2002 is when I ran my first half marathon. But there wasn't really an inkling for Big Goofy Runner until 2012. And Big Goofy Runner started as a Microsoft Word document. Basically, I'd done a Goofy Challenge previously, back in 2010. Yeah, I did one in 2010, which was not good. I did a better one in 2012, which still wasn't good. And I wanted to get better. So I got into the fall, September of 2012. And I decided I needed to document how I was doing on the running, my thoughts, how fast I was going, how well it did, were my legs hurting, my bad shoes, things like that, just to track this progress, just so I knew what I was doing and where it was going. And go further a little bit along into December that year, I realized that there might be enough information there to start a blog. And that's where BigGoofyRunner.com came from. So that was registered, and I put up the first post there in December of 2012. WordPress is what I use on that blog, and it allowed me to post-date or predate a bunch of posts. So everything that had been in that Word document to start got made into posts on Big Goofy Runner as days older or previous to when I actually registered the site. So it's kind of funny, if you go look at the site, I actually registered the domain and put everything up in December of 2012, but there's posts up to from September 2012. But anyway, that's just the way that is. So that continued on. I didn't get into Twitter until 2013 as Big Goofy Runner. Instagram as well, Facebook too, but I don't use Facebook very much, so it's there, and occasionally one of my blog posts gets sent up there as well, but it's I don't use it very commonly or very frequently, but it's there as I continued training and getting better and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I had some success on Twitter, like over 1,000 followers there, so that's pretty awesome. But in 2013 and around that time frame, I liked the blogging thing, but there was other stuff I wanted to blog about besides just running, and it was mostly Disney stuff. And that became inspired by Disney.com. And on Instagram and Twitter, that was Disney Inspired X, is what those were. And, I did a pretty good there. I think Twitter hit something like 500 followers or something like that. And that did okay. But kind of burned out on that and doing other things with the kids and stuff like that. And eventually we went on YouTube as a family channel doing some stuff as ZnuggaZahug. Think ZnuggaZahug, but with Z's, or Z's for the Americans. And we did have some good success there. We're over 2,400 subscribers on YouTube, over 1 million views. I had some videos go really quite well. And it was mostly crafts and things with the kids and swimming in the pool and mermaids and some Disney stuff thrown in there and things like that. And we worked pretty hard on that one. And at some points we were actually almost daily for videos going up. But, you start to burn out on the YouTube grind, and YouTube has had some issues in the last couple years with family channels, and it's not specifically a YouTube issue, but it's YouTube has a tendency to overcorrect and then come back. And so there was lots of times with that family channel, it felt like we were, taking a step forward and 2 steps back, which was really unfortunate. It started to feel a bit like a grind. And the kids, it's a few years later, the kids have gotten older and they're not as interested in participating in those kind of things anymore, which is great. I mean, everyone matures and we do different things, so that's awesome. And as things are going on, have kids or a family channel is less viable on YouTube going forward now, especially in January. There's going to be some more changes to YouTube that will impact kid type videos and things like that. So we were looking at transitioning to doing different stuff anyway at that point, but that was just an extra driver to start changing. So our thoughts were, instead of being ZnuggaZahug, which was hard for people to say or necessarily find sometimes, we were going to change to BigGoofyFamily to give some tie-in to BigGoofyRunner. And we got down a little bit down the path there, and as we're working through it, realized that if we're going to start to amalgamate and tie things together, maybe we need to really tie it together. Like the BigGoofyRunner stuff that I'm trying to do more of, but then also trying to do BigGoofyFamily, and all these other things that are still out there, like the Inspired by Disney was still out there, wasn't using it much, but it was still there. All these little things add up, and all the little extra pressures, just not great for the mental state, especially when not, like I'm fighting an injury from my running, things like that, that's very persistent, that just have, it all takes a toll on on the mental state and the grind of YouTube and things like that. So after a bunch of back and forth and thinking and all that kind of stuff, we've decided to amalgamate everything on YouTube into one YouTube account. And you're going to see this video on BigGoofyRunner, and I'm going to leave that account up, and there'll be some videos that I'll keep up there because they have comments and things like that I want to keep. But majority of the content that was on BigGoofyRunner, I'm going to be transitioning over to the family channel that we've renamed to BigGoofyRunner. Speak right. BigGoofyRunner and Family. That's what we've changed that family type channel to. And going forward, we'll continue to keep all the family stuff that was up there. There's over 300 videos up there from the family stuff. And there's a bunch coming over from BigGoofyRunner. Probably in the end we'll total close to about 400 videos. And we're going to keep moving forward. So every video going forward will end up on that channel. At least then YouTube is consolidated into one account. That's one less pressure. On Twitter, Instagram, social media, websites, things like that, BigGoofyRunner is still going to be around for Twitter, Instagram, and BigGoofyRunner.com. That's still where I'm going to blog about my running, where I'm going to interact with runners mostly, things like that for those social media accounts. The family stuff I'm going to go over, and we're going to continue to use Disney Inspired X, Twitter and Instagram. I'll have all these links in the description down below. But that's what we're going to use for all the family stuff. Basically, what we did is went through and figured out which one out of all these different social media accounts were the most successful. Let's continue with those ones on our new path, and we'll basically private the other accounts and just have a little blurb on the top of those, just saying that go see the other accounts, the ones that we'll actually be active on, just to try to consolidate all this stuff, because there's just too many things to keep track of whilst trying to run, take kids to all their activities. They got school, full-time work, of course, a stressful job that, it takes a lot of time and effort and things like that. And so it just what we can consolidate, and the simpler we can make it, the easier it's going to be for me to find time to run more and not feel guilty about it. Because if I'm sitting down at the computer editing videos, then running and that kind of stuff, I'm not doing stuff with the kids that I want to do. So that's what we want to avoid here. We've got to fit the training and the running and this YouTube stuff in with actually being a family, not just putting stuff up on YouTube. And like I said, we'll be transitioning the videos over. I've got them set to go up Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. I'm basically taking the videos off BigGoofyRunner and moving it over to BigGoofyRunner and Family. The idea behind that being is that YouTube doesn't really like, the algorithms really don't like exact duplicates of videos up, because somebody's copying somebody. Doesn't matter that I'm copying myself, that still doesn't look good for the algorithm. So I'm going to move those over, and as I transition them up, they go away on the other on the BigGoofyRunner channel. And I'm doing them Tuesdays and Thursdays instead of one big upload because I don't want to swamp anyone that has subscriber notices on and things like that. So that's the plan there. The schedule is still a little bit up in the air on what we're going to do for videos and when. Currently, the Tuesdays and Thursdays will continue through late November for the BigGoofyRunner videos that get that all caught up. Saturdays will be the videos for the family type stuff. So it could be pool stuff, it could be crafting, it could be us just wandering around, things like that. And then that's also, we're going to start doing more Disney stuff. So we may talk, do Disney talks on Saturday or Sunday nights. We'll see what else we do. I'll be doing a weekly video for my training for the Goofy Challenge, the 2020 Goofy Challenge. That weekly synopsis or overview will come out, especially once I can start recording. Because right now it's I'm doing most of my running on the treadmill because it's been super rainy here and it's just a swamp outside. So I'm doing most of my running on the treadmill, and really nobody wants to watch treadmill running footage. I can put an example in right here and show you why. But anyway, so then from there, we definitely want to do a lot more Disney stuff. We got a lot of Disney stuff on the family channel already, but that's, we love Disney. We go to Disney about once a year at this point, beyond the Run Disney stuff. We're going to add some of that stuff in there as we continue going on doing our family vacations and things like that. And other family things will show up there. Other than that, heck, we might have some game stuff go up there. Been having some fun with the kids doing some gaming stuff lately where we end up playing Minecraft on 3 different devices but on the same world, and we're all playing together and chatting and doing different things and sharing resources, and it's just good. Teaches the kids teamwork. I'm doing stuff with them. It's awesome. That's a lot of fun. It's kind of cool, and the nice thing about that is with Minecraft is everyone can play it differently depending on how they like to play. So I do it as a resource gathering kind of game. My daughter uses it like a farming simulator, and my son ends up using it as just an adventure game. So it works well for all 3, and it works pretty good. From here, new videos, new running videos, new Big Goofy Runner videos will all be on Big Goofy Runner and Family channel on YouTube. And so will other family videos and things like that be on there too. So hopefully everyone jumps over there and comes to visit. And thanks for watching.